Hi, I'm Greg Laurie. It's great to be here with the band from King and Country in my office. We're talking about Unsung
Harvest
Hero.
Crusade.
We're talking about maybe seeing if they can come to Harvest Crusade one of these years. We have a long-standing relationship with the band from the beginning, right, guys?
Well, you know, they're both a bit taller than I am, aren't you? And now I'm going to my Liverpudlian accent, which I'm a little better at. You know, it's lovely. We'll have a spot of tea afterwards.
There it is. The spot of tea.
You got to have the little phrases to use here and there, love.
Love.
Go,
Yeah,
Bono.
now he's
wanted
going
that
full.
one.
He's going full Bono and you two.
Australia and Aussie is you know, they're a bit more outgoing than the British. It's like, good on you, mate. Good, eh?
There you go.
We're a
Good
little
on
bit
you,
more
mate.
aggressive.
Yeah, a
maybe.
little more.
Yeah.
We should get down to the brass tacks.
All right, so
I feel like-
Luke and Joel Smallbone, born in Australia.
Yes.
Their father brought them over years ago, and they went through an amazing journey that is in a new film that's coming out called
Unsung Hero.
Unsung Hero.
Yeah.
And who is the unsung hero?
You
Are
said
we
it
giving
well,
it away?
though. You said it well earlier today because you're like, hey, in one way, it's our mum.
Yeah, it is.
Which mums in general.
We would say
Unsung
mom,
heroes.
mum.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mom.
your mother,
It's your mom.
Helen Smallbone.
But then when you really drop down into it, like the
Yeah.
family is a real
Wes.
unsung hero. The kids are unsung. So that's kind of what we like about the film is that there's a lot of different characters that you can imprint on, if you will.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's in many ways the story of your father, and you play your father, David Smallbone, and you did a great job on that too, Joe. Really, really good job. Just fantastic. And you know, though he is the father, he is also having struggles with his faith. But your mother, as portrayed in the film, you tell me if it's completely accurate. I believe it is, but she just kind of perseveres through it all. But the children are heroes too, because you guys are going out getting jobs, doing yard work, and I love that part on the wall. Now this is a funny thing, because in Jesus Revolution, which is about my life, it seems like people always pick the stories out of it that actually didn't happen, but they were added later, you know, with the movie magic. Okay, I love this. On the wall, you had prayers answered, and it was please and thank you. Is that real?
So we didn't have it necessarily an
There you
actual.
go.
No, but wait for it.
We did though, didn't we?
We
had
didn't
please
have
and thank
necessarily
you.
an accurate.
I remember.
An actual wall.
Yeah.
But those were the things that were discussed every day. There
That's
was
right.
a hey, here are the things that God kind of gave to us and answered our prayers.
Yeah.
And here is the things that we still need Him to show up for.
Yeah.
And I think that when you speak about movie magic, sometimes you're illustrating what was actually happening, physically seeing it, physically showing it.
Yeah.
But that was actually happening in our hearts, in our souls, in our lives. It just may have not been on the fridge or on the wall, and that's the scenario.
So why'd you guys make this film?
Well, it's interesting. Just while you were speaking, I think we have told our family story for many, many years, and had a lot of people say you should write books. And my joke is that we were homeschooled, so we don't read or write very well. So let's make a movie instead. But I actually think that in the Western world, we think that we have to do something on a platform that is seen and heard by millions for it to be significant. And my hope is that people will watch a film like this and see a mother who is just being incredibly faithful to her husband, to her children. Hopefully you'll see children trying to find their place in this world, trying to be faithful with what they could. I learned how to mow a lawn at 5 years old, which is fascinating to think back now because I've got 4 kids of my own. I'm not sure they could push one at 5. But that was something, and I think that we have to get back to understanding that when you're living in obedience with what God is calling to you to do, some it might be like yourself, some it might be on a platform, some it might be preaching, some it might be singing. But don't forget that it is just as significant to be someone who is following the calling of God, and whatever that might be. It might be serving, it might be, but it doesn't have to be on a platform. And our hope is that people will start to see family as the anchor of I've often said, if you want revival today in the Western world, it'll either come through persecution or through the family, because family is that powerful in people's lives.
Yeah, it's been said that a family can survive without a nation, but a nation cannot survive without the family.
Yeah.
And I think it's the breakdown of the family in our country especially that is at the core of so many of our problems today. And I loved how your family perseveres. You know, the young lady they cast as your sister looks so much
So
like
much.
her.
You're so right.
I kept saying to Kathy,
Yeah.
she looks so much like
You're
a
totally
young
right.
Rebecca. I mean,
You're right.
but the actress who played your mother as well, fantastic
Flawless.
performance, and all the kids. Really, it's a heartwarming film. It'll move you emotionally. It will make you appreciative of the little things in life. I think we always want the big things, and then the story. You know, you guys had a beautiful home there in Australia before your dad, had a financial crisis and came to America in hopes of continuing his career and finding out that fell through and that you had to start from ground level.
Yeah. No, that's right.
Yeah, it's man, we're excited for it to be released on April the 26th, which I told you earlier is our parents' 49th wedding anniversary.
Wow, perfect.
Very,
Did
very
you do
apt.
that on purpose?
No, it was an accident. It genuinely was. It was
It was an accident.
Lionsgate, who's the distributor, who
Yeah.
did Jesus Revolution as well and does a great job. Adam Fogelson picked the date because it was a couple of weeks before Mother's Day, and it just made a lot of sense. And then we were talking to Mum later that day or that week, and we said, "Hey, they've picked a date for the movie. It's April 26th." And she said, "Oh, that's our 49th wedding
Is that how
anniversary."
your mom
right?"
talks?
Exactly.
It kind of is.
Is it?
Yeah, sort of is. And we said we lied. We said yes, Mom.
We said absolutely.
But she
Mom.
knows now because this
why
video is
we did
going to
it.
be posted. So their movie, Unsung Hero, coming out to a theater near you. Make sure you go see it. You're going to love it.